Okay, alright. Sippa specifically wanted me to cast this one, and he had a bit. You might be looking at all those units, you'll understand why there's so many in a bit. But he had something he wanted me to do, so I guess we'll do it for ye old season and whatnot. Okay. Okay. Let's figure this out. On the 12th day of Warhammer, my true lords gave to me 12 miners mining, 11 archers aiming, 10 dwarf warriors marching, 9 elven spearmen standing, 8 thunderers a shooting, 7 silver helms a charging, 6 Illyrian reavers a riding. Ooh, 2 elves in a row. 5 Lothan sea guard, just being sea guard. 4 slayers slaying, there they are in the back. 3 ironbreakers breaking, where the fuck are them? They're in the very, very far back. 2 elven mages casting, both over there. 1 is a beast, sailors of life, and a rune lord in an ever tree. And that's an anvil of doom, that's not a tree. You lied to me, how dare you. Okay, I did it. I guess we'll cast the replay now. Yeah, so they made giant armies to do the song thing. And this is a Christmas replay. I'll just schedule this for Christmas, and it's not my problem anymore. For these giant armies, I mean, we already went through what's on everything, so if you needed, again, listen to the song, but it is a lot of cav from the High Elves, and a very long line of spears and a lot of archers. For the dwarves, tons of dwarf warriors, miners with blasting charges. There's actually 12 miners with blasting charges. That'll kill a lot of elves. And some thunderers in the back to deal with the elven cavalry. Illyrian Reavers trying to get past Slayers. Though I'm sure with this many units to micro, the elves are not going to be exactly perfect on where they go and what they do. Slayers catch the Illyrian Reavers mid-flight. Gonna kill them off. And I'm curious about this miner front line. And how those guys will do. And whether they'll even get orders. In the distance, right next to the edge of the white line, because, I mean, there's just so many units that the map is not wide enough for them. The Cav are having a really tough time getting past Dwarf Warriors and Slayers. Miners with blasting charges are here. And down the line, the elves start getting deleted. We already have spearmen looking to rout. And if elven spearmen are looking to rout, that's when you know you've taken a lot of damage. Because those guys are brave. They are courageous. The elven archer backline. I did it. I did it. Sippa, if you're watching this, I was correct. You didn't believe me. Anyway, he and I have this ongoing argument, and he says to make ranged units work, just don't give them attack orders, leave them on fire at will. A lot of these archers say they're firing, and they most certainly are not. I win! I win the argument, Sippa! I am correct! Look at them not firing despite saying they are. Oh, I love being right and perfect all the time. It feels so good. It feels so good in my soul. Oh, there goes a mage. Alright, so the elves are definitely down. The miners with blasting charges wrecked their front line. And then their archers are not firing whatsoever to save their front line. So, yeah, that's a bit of a problem. The elven cavalry is trying to bail the situation out. They are fighting some thunderers, but I am starting to think that we're getting already to the point that the sheer number of dwarves on the map can take down the high elves, because their archers didn't get any DPS out. That's just such a gigantic loss of damage that you are counting on. They can try and kite a bit. I wonder how far that'll really get them. On the backfield, we have Slayers fighting Silver Helms, and Thunderers trying to reposition to shoot, so that'll be a good trade for the dwarves overall. Thunderers currently in melee. Not firing just yet. Maybe they will eventually figure it out. But man, that is a lot of routing elves. They're faster than the dwarves. They might be able to rally. Still, though. Many archers are dying. Lothan Seaguard turn around and offer some supportive fire. Rune Lord and his Ironbreakers moving forward as the Silver Helms still try and poke at their bums and get them out of here. But Dwarf Warriors getting to fight Silver Helms in melee is just a dream come true for them. A miner with blasting charges somehow hadn't used their volley yet. Takes half health out of a lot of the Seaguard, so good stuff there. And the Elven Cav is still sweeping up the back line as best as possible. Sometimes getting stuck in with Dwarf Warriors, which they do not want. Slayers take a side charge from Silver Helms. They will take some damage there. Hopefully they get attack orders back onto Silver Helms to at least trade a little bit. And can the dwarves actually chase the elves off? That is kind of the tricky part, isn't it? You can route them as much as you want, but they'll come back. They're gonna outrun you. Still have some blasted charges on the miners. Iron breakers. Some being used on Lava and Seaguard. Bounce power continues to get worse for the dwarves. And like the War of the Beard that this conflict is based on, the dwarves are winning it by mass amounts of bodies. Just body after body thrown onto the pyre. Though they aren't actually outnumbered that much. It definitely felt like there was a lot more dwarves than elves out and around, but I guess not. Archers offering what support they can. But man, these Thunderers in the backfield being defended by Slayers are getting so much value. They've pushed 2 Silver Helms off the map. And the Thunderers aren't even dead. The Thunderers will be good for the late game, especially with the kite that's happening. Just having your own range units to fire back will be very, very nice. Rune Lord has taken some damage from these Lava and Seaguard at point-blank range. Silverhelm still trying to fight it out. Dwarf Warriors and Ironbreakers not amused by their elven efforts to get through them. Silverhelms and Illyrian Reavers chasing off Thunderers, finishing off a Slayer unit or two. So the back line is going well for the High Elves, but nothing else really is, as the bounce power continues to get worse for them. They do have a Beast's Caster with Amber Spear. She's trying. Looks like she's going for a shot right down this line now. And does it hit a lot of warriors or just the Rune Lord? Just hits the Rune Lord and therefore does not do a lot of damage. Amber Spear only does damage if it goes down a line of infantry. Versus single targets, it does horrifically poor damage. So Dwarves still pushing the Elves back along the white line. And we still have a full health Slayer. Ugh. Yikes. I don't know what the Elves can do at this point. The sum total of their forces is a bunch of half-health cavalry, and that is really it. Bounce power shifting into army losses territory, and I do agree as the last 2 archers that were firing are now beset by their foes. And Christmas goes to the bearded ones. Santa and his reindeer carrying him on a sleigh. Sure, we'll go with that. The values are going to be too chaotic to really calculate, but you can see all these units in front of you. The miners with blasting charges were the heroes of the day, getting tons of kills. Tons and tons and tons. Some even hundreds. Hundreds of elven kills, which is great. GG. Roar. Subscribe, yes, yes.